enough to know that coming into the exhibition game, I was trying to get some guys some minutes. You know, AJ hadn't played since last February. He played 24 minutes. I thought it was great that DeMarco played. I thought he got better as the game went along. You know, all of those new guys, Sebus and Dwight Colby, it was good to get them into a little bit of flow so that they get some of those jitters out before it counts for real. So that was accomplished. I wasn't pleased really with our offensive execution. I thought we guarded pretty good. That team has got 10 seniors returning from a group that went to the Elite Eight in Division II last year. I think they're preseason in the top 5. They've got veterans. I thought we guarded them fairly well, held them under 40%, which was our goal, out-rebounded them. My problem was offensively, and some of that was my fault, quite frankly. You know, we're all paranoid, and with technology now, we didn't want to show a lot offensively, so we just kind of stayed with simple ball screen motion, and as a result, I thought we were a little bit stagnant. I kept wanting some of our upperclassmen to make plays, and we made a few down the stretch, which allowed us to win.
Injury-wise, are you okay?
Yeah, we had no issues.
You think of Derek's game?
I'm sorry?
Derek, what do you thought of Derek's game?
You know what, I thought he had a boneheaded play at the end, but I thought his floor game was pretty good. You know, we were up 3, I think, in regulation, trying to milk the clock and then trying to do something, put a little pressure on him off the dribble, and he got by his guy, and for whatever reason, he went in there. Maybe the crowd was so loud, it was deafening in there, and the crowd was so loud he couldn't hear me to tell him to pull it back, and he must have saw that ABA special. It was on 30 for 30, trying to do like a 9-foot finger roll, came up a little short. So then, obviously, we got floor balance issues. They're scrambling, they make a 3, but we needed that extra 5 minutes, to be honest with you.
Newbie had 12 rebounds. Is that just hustling? Or?
That's all it is, man. That's all it is. It's playing harder, being where he's supposed to be. He's got a great desire. That's the reason he started. He's earned his way into that starting lineup because of the things he's doing in those effort areas, and that's what showed tonight.
Houston says at the end of the game, is that just getting him that experience?
Yeah, yeah, that's all it is. And AJ made a couple of moves that a veteran shouldn't make. And again, I tried to really, it's hard. These exhibition games are hard for me because I try to balance the minutes. And in your head, I'm not very good at money ball, so I was having a hard time trying to keep up with making sure guys got time. And I want to put him in a pressure situation, and as I did Kobe, that's why I started him in the overtime. I wanted him to feel some of that so that when he's in the real games, it won't be the first time he's been in that situation.
These guys are used to having Marshall and having Murphy, and those guys being the main offensive weapons.
Sure.
Do the older guys suffer maybe a little bit early from like lack of assertiveness, not having those guys to?
You know, I think you're right. I think at times we're still looking around as to, okay, who are the leaders of the team? Oh, they're me. That's me. That happens to be me, you know, as it relates to Snoop and Jarvis, even DeMarco. And it's hard for DeMarco. It really comes down to Snoop and Jarvis and Derek. Without Marshall there, they're the guys that were in the hard games last year and had success. You know, Anthony, I kind of lump him in that, but Anthony wasn't on the floor very much last year, so I'm trying to be as patient as possible with him. Newbie, again, he's never been in this situation before. And then, you know, I'm leaning on AJ and Bear, but they haven't been in it. So really, tonight we had 3 guys that have really been in hard games, and those are the guys that we're dependent upon to lead us. And I think as it relates to Derek and Snoop, it's a totally new environment for them, and as a result, they're not as aggressive maybe as I would have hoped they would have been.
How's the guys handling the handshake rule? Like,
The handshake?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think the game was called a whole lot different. Until I see the tape, we had 25 fouls, they had 29. It's about typical, give or take, in an overtime game. I didn't see it was a huge difference. We had a couple of tic-tacs, they had a couple of tic-tacs. Our inability to make a free throw is bothersome, you know, and we talked about that after the game. What do? Do you want me to talk about it a lot and become a mental block for them? I mean, Jarvis goes 7 for 12. It just can't happen, you know. The game could get locked up and be done in the regular session if you can make 70% of your free throws, which is really where you need to be as a team in that low 70s. And so that's an area that we've got to get better at. And there's a lot of things, a lot of good teaching points. You know, we'll use this tape in preparation for next Friday, and then you know our schedule is kind of crazy in that we've got a week, we play again, we've got another week, so we've got a lot of time to evaluate and make some adjustments.
Anything else?
Thank you.